Alrighty, welcome everyone. Maybe first video, maybe not first video. Let's see just how it goes. But the basis of this video is gonna be that Frieren kinda sucks. And I know that's a crazy statement because Frieren is, biggest, most popular anime of like the whole freaking century, damn near. And everyone seems to love it except for really me. Like, I've been watching anime for a long time. I freaking love anime, and Frieren as a story is good. As a concept, it's a really good concept. It is it's a retracing the original journey of this elf, and it's a look through, how do I explain it? It's a well written story, I can tell you that. It's a look through the the regret of not taking your time and actually noticing things, going back through your life and seeing how that is all supposed to be. But don't get me wrong, the animation's great and the bones of the story are good. You're starting the story at the end of it. It's the same thing that One Punch Man did, actually. The beginning of the story is the end of the main character's story already. You're at the end. You've done what you needed to do. You beat the big bad boss. You got as strong as you can get, and yeah. So it's what happens after the story is essentially what you're watching with Frieren, same way as you did with like One Punch Man. And I love that concept, and a lot of people love that concept. That's why those two animes in particular are really good. I just think that Frieren sucks, and I get that it's the perspective of humanity from a 1,000-year-old elf, but it's just, I can't get behind it. I genuinely hate this show. I think it is one of the worst animes ever made, despite the fact that it has a lot of good parts. And the demons, oh my god, I love what they did with the demons. That's one of the best portrayals of them that I've seen. And I'll actually show them to you because a couple lines, they really hit
Hundred
me. So
years,
like
and has
with this one, Aura.
spent the majority of that time training. I can tell that much from the mana overflowing from her body. She has no tricks up her sleeve, as demons don't conceal their mana. They can't afford to.
That part right there. Demons can't con- Demons don't conceal their mana because they can't afford to. They're animals. They have no humanity, no compassion, essentially no higher thinking. They are animals that know what works, and that's what they're gonna do. And you think, well, these demons in Frieren are actually really smart. No, they're not. They don't have higher thinking. They're just really advanced animals, but not in the way that people are. Um, like the in this scene, Aura. Spoilers if you've never seen it. Aura ends up dying because she decided to test all of her magical power against all of Frieren's magical power on a scale, and whoever had more was the winner. Well, they can see each other's aura or their magical power. They can see each other's amount of magical power, but what's the name? Aura is just always letting it full blown sit out there, and Frieren isn't. Frieren's constantly concealing her power, and that never even crosses a demon's mind because in their world, if there's a second season, I haven't seen it, so I could be getting this completely wrong. But in the world of demons, it's why would you ever conceal your power? It's, think about it like an animal. Well, this animal's bigger, it's got bigger fangs, I'm not gonna fuck with it. If a huge animal was pretending to be small, like why would it do that? There's no point in doing that. It would bring about unnecessary conflict in its life. And that's why I'm giving them the comparison to animals. It's unnecessary conflict if they're to act smaller. So when Aura sees that Frieren has less magical power, supposedly, she's like, oh, well, I'm just going to use these scales that will guarantee me this victory at this point. And like I said, there's just almost no higher functioning thought behind it. It's I'm bigger, I win. And it's not hubris or anything like that. I mean, they kind of make it out to be hubris, but it's not. It's their genuine way of thinking. They're not full of themselves. It's they truly believe this, that this is the fact, this is the reality, and nothing will ever change that. And that's why she loses. And like the other line that really drives this home for me is that they don't have higher thought, is the whole mom scene. Let's see here. Yeah. So yeah, we'll just hit play right here. Let me turn this down a little bit. It's like monsters, demons don't raise their young. They spend most of their time after birth in solitude. Solitary creatures by nature and have no concept of family. Why do you use that word? Because it stops you from killing us. They have no actual knowledge of what it even means. They just know that if I do this, then this happens, an if then statement. So it works for them. And like that is such a good way to portray demons. But it's like the story, back to the story, it's like it doesn't know what it really wants to do. And everyone says it's the best story ever made. I think it's a terrible story because it doesn't really focus on what it wants to do. Every single character in this story is completely specialized. Frieren is a very powerful mage, don't get me wrong, but the blonde elf chick at the end of the first season, I forget her name, is an even better mage, but her whole thing is she wants to see how far she can push magic. Frieren's is originally demon slaying. Like that was her whole purpose, that was her specialty, is slaying demons. And that's why they say, you know, she's the one that slayed more demons than anyone else in history, because that's what she specialized on. And then now she's specializing more on just collecting things. Is the regret for wasting her time, essentially, is what her story's focused on, is her regret for wasting time. So she's trying to get absolutely everything she can, and that's now her specialty. Fern's whole specialty was well, obviously they give her a human perspective, but throughout the story, like her specialty is she's really like what's the word I'm looking for? She specialized in attack and defense magic, and those are the only two spells she's ever specialized in at this point. Now, granted, she's better than everyone else at them. She's really good, and at the what's it when they try and kill the fake Frieren in that dungeon for one of their tests, it's Fern who says that she can kill Frieren, even though she just kind of takes her attention away from the real Frieren for a second for her to absolutely blast the fake one to smithereens. But she's noticed those things because the only thing Fern has ever done is focus on basic attack magic and basic defense magic. So she notices that whenever Frieren's casting a spell, that her concentration wavers. So Fern has now become the specialty in the one thing that Frieren hasn't been able to specialize in, or the one thing that she's not the best at. And then Stark, the freaking redheaded dude, I don't know. Let's find a video of him beating the shit out of a dragon, but let's find that the coward. Stark beats dragon. Yeah, his whole specialty is how freaking strong he is, and when he's fighting that demon girl too, he's like, "Oh, shit, I was scared of her until I realized she was a pathetic creature, basically." Um, gosh. All of the flashbacks. I don't mind the flashbacks, but it's like, come on, people. It does have storytelling down to like a beat. It knows how to tell a story like perfectly. The compositions are good. The animation's great. Um, it lets you know what's going on, but every single character in the whole show has their own very specific specialty. Starks is just getting mega chatting it up, at least. Starks is just being a freaking cowardly mega chad. Um, gosh, let's see another popular character. Let's go with Denkin. Oh gosh, I really hated Denkin. He is essentially just the human version of Frieren. And he's what happened if Frieren wouldn't have specialized in something and still done what she had done. Um, because he still follows that same, oh, I'm old, I'm regretting what I've done with my life, and wasting time and crap like that. So I don't know what he would specialize in, but at least these main three. And I do think every character in the show does have their own specialty, actually. I would have to go and rewatch it all and then make the notes down for every single one of them. But yeah, I I think the show is genuinely sucks because it doesn't know what it wants to be, at least to me. Um, yeah, so we're gonna leave it at that pretty much. And thank you all for tuning in. My extremely hot take that Frieren as a show sucks. And you have a good one.